Classifications of signals. Under the classifications, we have periodic, aperiodic, even, odd signal, continuous, discrete signal, analog, digital signal. So first we are going to see periodic, aperiodic. A signal is said to be periodic if it repeats at regular interval, and non-periodic if it does not repeat at regular interval. Let's see the conditions for periodic and non-periodic. The first condition is x of t is equal to x of t plus t naught. Now this condition is for the question that has been asked in algebraic model. Again, x of t is equal to cos 2 pi f naught t. So both these are for continuous time signal, but when the question is asked for in algebraic form, use the first one. If it's asked in trigonometric form, use the second. Similarly, for discrete, it is x of n is equal to x of n plus n naught. X of n is equal to cos 2 pi f naught n. So this is for discrete time signal. In both the continuous and discrete, compare T1, T2. Here compare N1, N2. Okay? If they are rational, then it is said to be periodic. If they are irrational, they are said to be non-periodic. It is the same here. If rational, then they are periodic. Irrational, non-periodic. Now, rational means it should be of the form P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Also, pi is irrational. Okay, it's a complex number, it is irrational. This is a periodic signal for continuous time. Periodic signal for continuous time. This is a periodic signal for discrete time. Similarly, for non-periodic, the signal will be like this. This is for continuous and this is for discrete. Because as it says, it does not repeat at regular interval. So this are the explanations for periodic and non-periodic signal. Problem on periodicity. X of n is equal to sin 3n. Now we are asked to find whether this problem is periodic or non-periodic. So the form to write S of 3n can be sin 2 pi f naught n or sin omega n. Okay, so these are the two ways to write sin 3n. So once this is written, compare this and 3n. So your 2 pi f naught n will be equal to 3n. Now cancel this 3. What is f naught? It is 3 by 2 pi. If this value is rational, then it is periodic. If it is irrational, then it is non-periodic. Now when we say rational, it means it has to be of P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. Now this is irrational. I call it irrational because pi is irrational. Hence, our question asked is non-periodic. The signal is non-periodic. Therefore, the signal is non-periodic. Second problem on periodicity. It says find the following signal whether it's periodic or aperiodic. Okay, so or non-periodic. This is the signal given. X of t is equal to cos t plus sine root 2t. So this can be written as cos omega t plus sine omega t. So this is the generic formula. This can be rewritten as cos 2 pi f1t plus sine 2 pi f2t, because omega is equal to 2 pi f. So now we have f1 and f2 for two different angles. So let's compare t at the two angles. So t is equal to 2 pi f1t, whereas on the second side it is root 2t is equal to 2 pi f2t. Now simplify it. Your f1 is equal to 1 by 2 pi, whereas here t goes off. So f2 is equal to root 2 by 2 pi. So these are the new f1 and f2 that has been obtained. So now having f1, f2, your t1, which is an inverse of f1, becomes 2 pi and t2 becomes root 2 pi. Okay. For discrete signal, we have to compare the f1 and f2. Whereas for continuous signal, we have to compare or find whether it's rational or irrational number using t1 and t2. That's why from f1 we have converted to t1. Now t1 by t2, if this is rational, then the signal is said to be periodic. If irrational, then it is said to be aperiodic or non-periodic. Now let's divide the two. T1 is 2 pi. T2 is by root 2 pi. So your pi gets cancelled. Okay, you have 2 by root 2, which is irrational. This is an irrational value. Hence, the signal is non-periodic or aperiodic signal.